And here in Hampton Roads, a very pleasant Friday. Temperatures into the low 80s, humidity low. Tomorrow we'll see a few more clouds moving in, but temperatures will be very similar, and then those things will really start to heat up as we get into Sunday. So take a look at the radar right now, sweeping clear across eastern Virginia, North Carolina. We have seen a couple of clouds popping up from time to time, more of the fair weather cumulus variety, and we should see that tomorrow as well, maybe a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. And we are watching some of these showers developing over the Gulf Stream waters. It's possible as we get into the day tomorrow that across the Outer Banks and maybe towards mainland Dare County around the Albemarle Sound, we could see 1 or 2 showers trying to pop up, and Futurecast bears that out. Rest of the evening, temperatures in the 70s. 7 o'clock, we even got some mid-70s back inland, and by 9 o'clock, as those high school football games are in the fourth quarter, looking at readings in the 60s in many of our inland spots. So a very pleasant evening, just a couple of fair weather clouds moving in. Now, as we get into the day tomorrow, that area of low pressure spitting off the southeast coastline gets a little bit closer. That'll throw a few clouds our way, and notice a chance at a few showers. Will include about a 10 to 20% chance of an isolated shower or two down along the Outer Banks or around the Albemarle Sound. For the rest of us, partly sunny skies, temperatures very similar to today, into the low 80s. And then that low finally works its way off the coast as we get into the day on Sunday. So we'll see more sunshine. But notice those winds starting to switch around more towards the west and eventually the southwest. That'll bring in a little bit more heat and a little bit more humidity on Sunday. Temperatures back up into the mid to upper 80s. And by early next week, we'll be into the low to mid 90s. Our live sky view up across the eastern shore right now, just a few clouds off in the distance. This is our camera at the Island House Restaurant and Marina up in Wachapreek. 81 degrees with northeast winds at 12 miles per hour. Humidity very comfortable at 56%, giving us a dew point of 64 degrees. And around the rest of Hampton Roads, 79 in Surrey, 80 in Gloucester, 83 Hertford, 80 in Manio and Hampton, 80 in Matthews, 79 degrees up in Wachapreek. So for tonight, mainly clear skies, very comfortable. Easterly winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, down to 67 degrees. Partly sunny tomorrow, that chance of an Outer Banks shower, 82 degrees. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and they start to switch tomorrow night. Partly cloudy skies, 68 degrees. And as we get into the day on Sunday, mostly sunny, a little bit more humid with a high temperature of 87 degrees, and temperatures get even hotter as we get into the day on Monday. 91 under mostly sunny skies, 92 Tuesday, 92 Wednesday. A lot of sunshine, but will definitely be more humid. As we get into Thursday and Friday, those rainfall chances start to tick up a little bit. We have a cold front that'll be approaching by the end of the week, so that'll drop those temperatures to 90 on Thursday and 85 on Friday. But of course, with that cold front comes a chance at some of those showers and thunderstorms.